Okay, welcome back to the 10 income strategies. We're talking about credit, people. Credit. We love talking about credit. My name is Michael Burton, Meal Prep Monday. We're in the credit portion of the income strategies. Credit is essential. Everybody in the US that I know has a over 17 has a credit score. Whether good or bad, credit. You can't avoid it, okay? So let's talk about credit and how credit affects you. Credit is critical. It's one of those things that you can't get around in America. It is essential to your well-being, to your family's well-being, to getting off to a good start. A lot of time what I tell my friends and family is to put your kids, if you're in good standing with your credit card, put your kids on your credit card so that they can start establishing credit early and get the ball rolling. So, credit profile basics. So, let's get into this. The term credit is used in several ways. Okay, you got your credit history, credit score, credit report, credit bureaus, and credit profiles. So, it's used in several ways. How buying on credit works. So, when you buying on credit, there's interest. All right, so you're basically using their money that you're paying interest on for something that you want right now. So you make a purchase on your credit card. It goes to the lender. The payment, you make the payment. The merchant gets the payment. You as the individual, you pay the interest plus the payment to the lender in layman's terms. So you got three credit bureaus that your credit is being reported to. You have your Experian, TransUnion, and your Equifax. All right. Credit terms defined. So your credit history, information about how you have managed your credit, manage your debt. Credit bureaus, companies that collect information about your debt. Your credit score is a numerical representation of your credit worthlessness. And your credit report is a summary of your credit history and your scores. So let's take a look at your credit profile. So credit can affect several areas of your life: job applications, access to capital, loan terms, home loan, and your emotions. Emotions make you. So good credit translates to better loan terms, lower interest rates, and lower payments, more loan options. Bad credit translates to limited loan options, higher limit rates or higher interest rates and higher payments, larger down payment requirements. Common sources of negative credit: poor repayment history with missed or late payments, amount owed is too high in relations to income, length of credit is too short, credit inquiries from applying for too many accounts, credit mix is not well balanced across account types. So understanding your credit profile. So again, how the bureaus produce credit reports. Your TransUnions, Equifax, Experian, you have your FICO and your Vantage scores. So credit reports include the following information about each account: the date it was open, type of account, whether it's an installment or revolving, joint or individual, balance, when the last payment was made, any past due information, limit, additional items, additional terms, and account status, whether it's current or open, closed, charged off, or sent for collections. So, how are your credit scores calculated? Your credit scores calculations are determined by your FICO, and FICO is actually your Fair Isaac Corporation. So it was two guys that made up the FICO, and they're independent from the bureaus. And then you have your Vantage scores, a joint venture among the bureaus. So your FICO grading system. So when we talk about the FICO, so your FICO is 35% of your payment history. And it's 30% of the amount you owe. So that's around about 65% so far. You have another 10% for new accounts, so that's 75%. You have 15% for length of credit history, and you have 10% is the types of credit. So that's the grading system, if that made any sense. So with the Vantage grading system, 40% is your credit history versus the 35% from the FICO. And then you have 21% is your length of credit history and types. 20% is your credit utilization. So that is huge, you guys. That credit utilization is huge, and we talked about that a lot. 11% is amount owed. 5% is new account. And 3% is the available credit. So you have your credit score ranges. So with FICO, exceptional is 800 to 850. Very good is 740 to 799. Good is 670 to 739. Fair is 580 to 669. And poor is 300 to 579. Stay away from that. So with the Vantage score, 750 to 850 is excellent. So versus exceptional. So your good is 700 to 749 versus very good. Fair is 650 to 699. Poor is your 550 to 649, and very poor is 300 to 549. Okay. So tips for getting and keeping great credit. Pay all your bills on time, people. Keep debt low. Maintain a good credit score. Keep inquiries to a minimum. Have health and auto insurance. Check your credit score once a year. Access to your credit report. So you want the elements of your credit plan. Obtain your credit report. You get that annually. Identify areas to address. Set up or review account automations. Review insurance coverages. Consider credit protection. How to obtain your credit report. So you get one of these free by law, you guys. Go to annualcreditreport.com. Click on request free credit reports. Enter your personal information and click next. Choose the bureau from which to request your report. Verify the information. Access your free report. You can print or save as a PDF file. So a sample credit plan. You have your credit bureau. Pull from all three of the bureaus at once. Get one from each bureau every 4 months. For your credit score, free score from a company. Purchase your accurate credit score. Review the data for accuracy. Start a credit report file. Look for trends and identify long-term solutions. Monitor regularly and set reminders. So you want to address problems with your credit, dispute the problems. So again, you have those same areas, those same credit reporting bureau, TransUnion, Equifax, and Experian, that you can dispute these inquiries with. So services to aid in credit recovery as well. So credit repair agencies, they help dispute credit report errors on your behalf, which is probably at a fee to you. Consumer credit counseling, provide guidance to improve debt and financial circumstances. Debt consolidation, issue loans to group of all your debts into one payment. So bringing everything into one. Debt settlement, negotiate with creditors to reduce the amount you owe. Okay. Let's see. Taking action. Request and review your credit report. Note any incorrect information. Know how long a negative item will stay on your report. Address and act quickly to address fraudulent activity. Report fraud to the lender, the reporting agencies, and to the FTC. Addressing the areas. Okay, so errors in your report, how you want to address it. So 4 ways. Step 1, or 4 steps. Get familiar with the dispute methods. Dispute incorrect information in writing. Submit a report to the FTC to identify the theft website. Reevaluate your behaviors, and then consider whether to hire a financial service or credit repair firm. So to begin the repair, adjust your budget and set payment schedules. Negotiate settlements with collection agencies. Step 3, inquire about settlement options, payment options, or reduced interest rates. Step 4 is to prioritize your debts. Step 5 is to know your rights. And step 6 is to modify your action plan as your affairs change. So you also got to make a commitment, all right? Make a commitment to improve or maintain your credit score. Your car needs regular maintenance, and so does your credit score. Take your time to understand how your credit scores work and check on it regularly. Take actions to keep your credit score healthy. Identifying theft protection. 3 main forms of identity theft: unauthorized use of an existing account, using your personal information to open a new account, misuse of your personal information to commit fraud. How identity thieves steal information. So the mail theft, stealing your purse or wallet, stealing data from your old phone or computer, redirecting you to a fraudulent website, phishing, getting you to upload a virus to that records your keystrokes, phone and email scams. Prevalence of identity theft. Okay, prevalence of ID theft. So you have 764,484 vehicle thefts annually, I guess. Home burglaries, 1,515,096 home burglaries, and 17,600,000 identification thefts. All right, so annual cost of ID thefts, $15.4 billion for identity theft, according to the Bureau of Justice Statistics, and $9.5 billion total for burglary and motor vehicle thefts. Types of identity thefts: Social Security ID theft, driver license ID theft, financial ID theft, accessing your bank account, credit card frauds, opening new lines of credit or debit cards, medical ID theft, children's ID theft. They really steal children's IDs. Criminal ID theft. Identity theft prevention, credit and debit cards. Don't give personal information over the phone. Guard account information. Report lost cards immediately. Cut up expired cards thoroughly. Do not carry cards unless you need them. Never carry your PIN with your card. All right, ID theft prevention documents. Keep personal documents locked and hidden. Do not carry your Social Security number or account numbers with you. You see, they're coming for me. Shred or destroy documents with personal and or account information. Okay, so ID theft prevention over the internet. Never access financial accounts from public computers, or via public Wi-Fi. Do not open email attachments from unknown senders. Delete all suspicious emails. Beware of URL spoofing. Ensure that all websites where you give personal information are secure with the HTTPS. So make sure that's in there. View certificates if you're uncertain about website security. Ask yourself, why do they need my personal information? All right. ID theft over the phone prevention. Never provide personal information by phone. The IRS would never call you to demand payment or threaten you with criminal action. Be suspicious when a caller is aggressive, threatening, or demands urgent action. These are red flags. Okay, and so how to prepare for ID theft recovery. Research credit monitoring services. Be ready to freeze your credit with bureaus. Have communications ready to dispute fraudulent charges. Businesses and lenders, credit agencies as well, and list all services that would be affected by your account cancellations. So this wraps up the credit profile session for your income strategies. I'm Michael Burton. You can also follow me on Meal Prep Monday on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, and YouTube. Check out my website, mealprepmonday.com. That's meal, M-I-L-L, prepmonday.com. And you can also catch me on my Podbean, podbean.com/meal prep Monday. Thank you and enjoy.